Welcome. Hey guys, my name is Dave.
I'm Drew.
Beach season is right around the corner, and we all got to get with our inner chi, as well as our skill of the week.
Skill of the week, check that ball mark.
Namaste. Mr. Miyagi. Hey guys, we're here with Drew Mallon. This week for our skills video of the week, we're gonna work a little bit on ball control. Drew Mallon is gonna show us all the skills and uses we can use to benefit our game with the use of ball control. We're gonna start off with a couple of drills. Shortly, Drew will show you the first drill to obtain excellent ball control.
Well said. I'll start here. Gonna be passing the ball on the net, back to my platform, moving my legs, shuffling, and I'm gonna go to that side all the way back here and try to do it without any mistakes. All right. You can also set yourself a plan. If you make a mistake, go back to the beginning so that you make it a little tougher on yourself. All right. Here we go. You guys ready?
Nicely done. So Drew, I'm pretty sure everybody at home is wondering, why do such a silly drill as far as passing the ball into the net? It looks pretty easy. Do you mind giving an explanation to everybody?
Yeah, good question. Not everybody always has a pepper partner. If you want to get better by yourself, here's how to do it. You have a net, perfectly good net. It gets you dialed in, it gets you focused on passing, moving your feet, shuffling, focusing on a lot of progressions of passing and ball control while you're going through your motions. So it really helps if you don't have anyone to train with to get better just by doing this. And you can give yourself challenges. You can make it tougher or easier on yourself, how far you are from the net, where you want to hit contact in the net. It's a lot of things you can do to make it tougher or easier on yourself. So.
For our next progression of this drill, we're big believers if you can control the ball by yourself, you can definitely control it with your partner. So this next drill, Drew's going to do the same thing as far as passing the ball into the net, but this time after the pass into the net, he's going to pass it straight up to himself and continuously going back and forth to the net, to himself, to the net, to himself. It takes a lot of ball control and a lot of focus for this. So for this drill, we want to make sure we pass this ball into the middle to the lower portion part of this net. Once the ball rebounds back off the net, we want to stay low and pass this ball straight up into the air, making it challenging for us to react to this drill. This drill is also helpful if your partner by chance passes into the net. You could give them a set straight up and down. Couple more reps. This helps us tremendously to stay relaxed whenever the play involves a ball into the net. Nice job staying low, passing it straight up, under control. Nice work. All right, everyone, next drill. Obviously, we're in the topic of ball control. Drew is going to pass to himself in the middle of the court, set himself in the middle of the court. Typically, we want this drill done 10 feet up in the air, 10 to 12 feet preferably. Now, what this involves is moving your feet, location. The reason for doing it in the middle of the court is your job is to try to get 30 passes. 30 passes. Drew's just going to demonstrate a couple, but the goal is to try to get 30 passes, 10 to 12 feet in the air, staying with the boundaries of the court. So Drew will demonstrate a couple reps of the drill we are speaking about, passing to himself, setting it straight up. And begin. Pass it nice and high, 12 feet, stays in the court. Obviously, the better your ball control, the more stationary you stay. The object is, if you do move by chance outside of the middle of the court, you want to bring everything back inside. You want to stay away as possible from the boundaries of the line. Challenge yourself, make things a little trickier. Once you get better, bring the lines of the court in to make the court smaller. Nice job. All right, everyone, next drill. Obviously, we're in the topic of ball control. Drew is going to pass to himself in the middle of the court, set himself in the middle of the court. Typically, we want this drill done 10 feet up in the air, 10 to 12 feet preferably. Now, what this involves is moving your feet, location. The reason for doing it in the middle of the court is your job is to try to get 30 passes. 30 passes. Drew's just going to demonstrate a couple, but the goal is to try to get 30 passes 10 to 12 feet in the air, staying with the boundaries of the court. So Drew will demonstrate a couple reps of the drill we are speaking about, passing to himself, setting it straight up. And begin. Pass it nice and high, 12 feet, stays in the court. Obviously, the better your ball control, the more stationary you stay. The object is, if you do move by chance outside of the middle of the court, you want to bring everything back inside. You want to stay away as possible from the boundaries of the line. Challenge yourself, make things a little trickier. Once you get better, bring the lines of the court in to make the court smaller. Nice job. So for this last progression, Drew is going to ultimately challenge himself, as well as we hope all of you at home are challenging yourselves as well. This one's a little tricky, guys. You are to pass the ball on your knees, stand up, set the ball straight up in the air. That counts as 1 rep. Go back down on your knees, pass the ball with your platform on your knees, stand back up, set the ball straight up. That would equal 2 reps. Remember, 30 reps, keep the ball in the court. Drew is going to demonstrate just a couple reps to show you guys what it's like. The most important thing is, when we are passing on our knees, we have to make sure we are staying down. And we have to make sure we are passing this ball 10 to 12 feet in the air. All right, Drew, go ahead. See, as Drew stays under control every single time he drops to his knees. He doesn't panic, nice and smooth, pass 10 to 12 feet in the air. When he drops down, he gives himself that extra height so he can stand back up. Then once he gets to the top, he sets himself nice and smooth, stumbles, but it's okay. He recovers quickly. Just like in a match, you don't have time to think. Just got to keep going. Everything staying inside the area of the box, bringing everything nice and smooth. Nice job.
30.
Thank you guys for joining us again this week for our skills video of the week. Woo! Skills video of the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you can use it. We know tournaments are right around the corner. There's a tournament, beach tournament around you, close by. If you don't have a beach, bring some sand from the closest store next to you.
Yep. Don't steal it.
Buy it. You know, the one that doesn't stick to your fingers.
Not glitter.
The one that doesn't stick to your fingers, buy that. Bring it to your house, make a beach tournament. We're excited for the summer. We have a lot of videos in store for you guys.
Pass set.
And hit it sometimes. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Check that ball mark. Twitter, that ball mark. Also follow our network, Volleyball Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, VBN Network TV. A+.
It's getting better at that.
Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed. And
stay classy, my friends.
I'm not on the TV.
He wants to be on TV. Yeah.
Come get in the TV. Come get in the shot. Ah, man, everybody wants to be in our videos.
What you do on the TV? I'll see you on the TV.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Oh wait. Switch it. Is it on?
Test.